So this morning, got that diff to pull out, the demon differential that always leaks no matter what. I'm going to run that up to BillyBobs. I'm pretty sure I've driven by there in like Lakewood or something, I don't know. It's that way and then that way by directions. Yeah, and if I remember, I'll take you with. But no guarantees there, because I pretty much always forget the camera. After that, we'll be finishing up the battery box, and that might wrap up the day, actually. The battery box doesn't have much left. I gotta weld those tabs on, clean it all up, clean out one of the holes, and I guess get all the slate, shale, whatever the hell it's called, off the other side. The battery box is good for powder coat after that. Yeah, so we'll kind of see where the end of the day takes us on this thing. But that's the plan for now. Oh, there's a block of wood back there. Damn it. Hang on. Those all gotta go get zipped out. Then I gotta do the ring that I forgot what type of ring it's called. That ring with the tension on it and stuff. And then those gotta come out. I'll have to shove 2 bolts in their little hole so that slides out all nice because it's always jammed on there pretty good. And actually I might not have to take that out. I might just be able to do that and then pull the axle out. I don't remember. We'll see. Snap ring, that's what it's called. I remembered. Don't fly off and hit me in the face because these are old, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna pull the whole assembly off because the splines end and it won't pull past the splines. So yeah, I gotta buzz that whole thing off. Man, this thing is leaky. That might be the problem. Are those seals shot? Because that is diff oil. So if diff oil is getting all the way out here, freaking wheels themselves might be spraying it around. But the wheels aren't that gross. They're really not, so it must not be the wheels. Otherwise the wheels would be soaked. The seals on the inside should be fine because it's got a little guide that guides the axle up in there. I'm always super careful. I don't know, man. I lied. Usually I do that and all these pop loose. Oh hey. Maybe it did after all. I lied about lying. Except for that one. I lied about that one. Damn it. Ah! I win. Now I can grab the axle out of there. I guess I don't need to pull them all the way out. That should be more than enough. I can hang out right there. But God, this thing's gonna need like all of its seals redone. Poor axle. It's gonna need that bearing repacked. Damn it. comes the rain. Doo 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 doo. It's alright, 'cause I'm not outside. See if any juice comes out of this thing. I kind of doubt it, because it's all over there, everywhere, and up there, and over there, and over there, and over here, and all on that gas tank. But it might. So I got a pan. Wee little baby oil pan. Holy crap. I'll be damned. And even more spectacularly, I had the pan lined up. Look at that. Boop. Nailed it. Now I'm going to disconnect that while it's draining. Okay, well I can usually bust it off by hand, but that kind of hurt, so. Let go. Slurp. It's not nearly as bad as I remember it being. It's like 1/8 of an inch. I remember it being super sloppy. Maybe that was just some slack in something else. Alright, well, I wish this thing was done draining, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, I forgot about that too. Go in your home. Good job. Hooray! Alright, I'm going to point the camera down the bucket so we can see what the gears look like. Let's do that so I'm not blinding you or me too much. Oh, come on. Don't be an asshole. Actually, not bad. They don't look bad at all, as far as I can see. So that's good news. That was my foot. But that's okay, because it actually didn't hurt. Well, good. Scott shouldn't have to buy a set of gears then. That's real good. Just gotta figure out why it's leaking. Everywhere. And on that note, I'm gonna go get into some decent clothes. That way I can run this thing up to BillyBobs in Scott's nice 4RUNNER, which is very nice. You can see the inside of a diamond housing. That seal right there, that should get replaced. Might as well do both of them, I guess. I don't know, we'll see what Scott says. That one's definitely gotta go. You get to ride shotgun today. How's it look from a butt's perspective? Banana, check. Charger, cord, check. Charger itself, not check. Orange juice, check. And sunglasses. What are those? Check. Is there a charger in here? I really don't want to go dig through the Prius, because it locks itself when I'm not paying attention. Oh. Yeah, it's for the GoPro, but it should work. Check. Gas money, not check. Let's go get some monies and get on our way. I gotta ride the whole way with what smells like T-Rex poo right next to me. Frickin' 90 weight. Hey, there's Justin. What? Look at that Beamer. Look at it go. Don't mind me, just doing a little self-promo here. What's this? Yeah, see that frame? See all those little waves? That's because it's made from ocean plastic. Recycled ocean plastic. That bit's biodegradable plastic that's made from plants. The lenses are actually optic plastic specific. And they're polarized so they look amazing. I love these things. Where can you get these? Take a wild guess. ParadiseCube.com. This is also ocean plastic. How cool is that? Let's do this. That got me 3/4 of a tank. Are you joking? That was like 30 bucks. What is this, like 1990? Cool. Glasses weather only lasted about a mile. Typical. I was gonna right next to this windshield and I totally spaced it. Damn it. It's alright. It has good wipers. Gee. It seems I showed up at Christmas time. Oh, you can't see the monster truck. I'll have to go get a video when I leave. Now it's hailing. Awesome. This monstrosity. Look at those leaf springs. Oh my god. It looks like a Rockwell axle, but not. I don't know what the hell that is. Is that a 5-ton axle? No. Talk about old school. This thing is outrageous. Nice exhaust pump. There we go, now we can see the grits. Nice brakes. Track bars in the yin-yang. Look at that chain drop. Is that cool or what? I need to do that on my panel truck. Remote transfer case. Can't tell what the rest of this is. That's probably a 350. I don't know what else it would be. So sick. Based on the hail, I'm going to say this is the North Pole. Definitely not a barbershop. Okay. You've been telling me my hair was messed up. I mean, it's not perfect now, but at least it's not all sideways and stuff. Probably should have worn some black sunglasses, black frames, maybe black lenses too. I think the white's clashing a little bit with my outfit. That and the hail doesn't help, you know. This banana was not all spotty before I left. How do they do that? They go from like perfect to spotty and not perfect in like 5 minutes. What happens? It's so weird. Anyway, guess what time it is? Banana time. Okay, so The last half mile of this exit I've been at for 15 minutes now. This is just ridiculous. And it still smells like a T-Rex farted in here. This is nuts. I mean, super boring, but it's nuts. So, see you later. Finally back. Truck's not in gear. Hang on. Now it is. Oh my god. I've had to pee since Lacey, which was about 40 miles ago. Probably at least 45 minutes ago. I gotta pee right now. Why is the gate open? Oh, good thing I didn't let the horses out, because apparently one of them's running around. Really gotta pee right now. See ya.
What's the Brandon doing over here? The Brando.
The usual.
Fapping. Making cool stuff.
Getting that all centered. Get the weld on.
Getting these mounts all perfect. When they were bent, they weren't perfect enough for Brandon. That's how we roll. It's gotta be perfect. Just saying.
I'm geeking out over this heat coloring. And you can't see it because the shadows are all bad and annoying. Eh? That's better. Love the way that looks. There's more purple in it than it looks on camera. I think that one's our winner. Last one, best one. I'm quite pleased. Oh, come on, focus the whole thing. Close enough. Now, see all these things? These gotta get welded, but see how they're all uneven and jagged and junk? If I weld those the way they are without cleaning them up a little bit, the weld's gonna look all funny too. I don't know if I'm gonna grind down the welds or not. I guess it depends on what they look like. So I'm gonna clean all those up, weld them, see how it looks. Maybe I'll grind them down. Maybe I won't. Who knows? After all that, sandwich them both together. I'll probably clamp them together and then drill the holes through while they're clamped together. That way the holes line up perfect, no questions. Yeah. Well, those are the two better edge ones. And they look pretty mediocre. So those are getting ground down. That one just looks awful. It was popping and spattering, and I don't know why. I could feel it in my hands. I could feel like the line doing it. I don't know what the hell's going on. But these, those gotta get cut off too and moved down 1/8 of an inch. They're also 1/8 of an inch too high. They need to be flush with the edge. And that, not up there. So yeah, those are gonna get cut off and moved down too.
There you guys go. Another day at Cougar House Garage. Today was pretty fun, pretty busy. Brandon jumped up earlier this morning and he drove up to Fife to BillyBobs OffRoad to drop off our third member from the Dune 4RUNNER. But before that, of course, he got out this morning and pulled it out of the truck. On these full floater kits from Diamond, man, it is the nicest way to work on these axles. You know, you take off the Diamond hubs and stuff off the sides and you pull out your axle shafts like 4 to 6 inches, and then you undo all your bolts that hold your third in, and then you just got to break that silicone seal and pop it out. I mean, hands down the best. Especially, you know, we've never trailed this one, but when we do, we'll bring extra axle shafts with us and stuff, and you ever have an issue, just pull the axle out, slide the new one in. I mean, full floater's the way to go, guys, especially when you're working on a custom Toyota. But yeah, he got that dropped off at BillyBobs because we've had a leak on it. Like, we've taken it, I'm a Randy's Ring and Pinion Yukon supplier. Randy's Ring and Pinion's up in Everett. I've taken it to them. They put Yukon 529s in it and stuff. I got it back, and it still kept leaking out the flange seal. So I don't know if that's because it was a trail gear flange that I had powder coated before, and I think they sandblasted it before they powder coated it, and that's why that ruined the flange seal surface. So I told them, or Brandon did, he said, hey, we might need a new flange on here. There's Yukon 529s in there. Do whatever you got to do to reseal it, because like we took it up to Randy's, got it done, $700, excuse me, and then we got it leaked out of the flange seal, so we sent it back, they warrantied it, and it's still leaking. So we took it up to BillyBobs OffRoad up in Fife. They've been doing this for like 25 years, so we're going to give it to the experienced guys that know gears and stuff and get that resealed so we can finally quit leaking 90 weight. I mean, it's done it for a couple shows last summer, and it's really irritating. We have so much money in this truck and did everything so nice on it for a flange seal to leak on a third member. It's stupid. But yeah, he got that up there, so they're rebuilding that for us. They'll hit us back this next Wednesday, and we should be able to go pick it up and have our new third member all resealed up, and we can, if we have to paint it a little bit of Battleship Gray, we can do that before we throw it back in, get that resealed. And then we just gotta weld our battery box in the back, or bracketry for it, bolt it down, and then we got our dome tubing for the steering and the heim joints from 4-Wheel Underground, so we can get the steering all together. And then we have a tube clamp for the hydraulic ram from Ballistic Fabrication. We got one of their clamps, made in America. Everybody, you know, Trail Gear, and I think someone else, don't quote me, they're made in China, but Ballistic made right here in America. That's why I bought the hydraulic clamp from them. I'm pretty sure it's BJ Baldwin's company. I'm not certain though. But yeah, and then Brandon worked on the battery box today. He pretty much got it all welded up and put together. Next week, he just has to weld on some captive nuts on the back of one of the clamshell sides, and then we'll be able to bolt that together. And then we'll weld some feet on the bottom of that, position it in the back of the 4Runner where we want it, weld those feet in, and then we'll be able to unbolt the battery box on and off those feet in the back of the 4Runner. So when it's time to powder coat that, we can get that powder coated. But we're going to do that when we do all the suspension on the truck, candy blue. We're going to powder coat that, several other things, but we're going to get it all fabricated and done so that can be all powder coated in one big batch. And then also we were able to work on our Dana 60 a little bit yesterday, which was pretty fun. It's our Ford Dana 60 for our upcoming straight axle project that we're going to surprise you guys with. We're going to actually pull off the Ford knuckles, the Ford hubs, the spindles, the hubs, pull all that stuff off, so it's just the kingpin outer pieces. And then we're going to order up Solid Axle Industries knuckles for a GM, and they're keyed for an Artec high steer arm, so all of your steering force is on the keyed surface. It's, you know, all of your shear force instead of on all the bolts. It's the best, I feel, that you can buy for any of these kingpin Dana 60s. And then we're going to use Artec high steer arms on it, then use Chevrolet spindles and Chevrolet hubs, and that'll convert it to Chevrolet 8x6.5 8-lug pattern, so that will match our rear corporate 14 we're going to run in the back. So we're converting the Ford stuff to all GM, so that way the lug patterns all match. But yeah, so more working on that here this next week. Once we get all that, we want to strip all those components off of it and then start getting it cleaned up so it's ready for bracketry to be welded on it. And then we'll probably unveil that here in a couple of weeks of what's going on that next project. But hey, thanks for being here today, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, thanks for your constant support. Like and subscribe. Smash that like button to the new people. And if you guys want to see more of Cougar House Garage, check us out at cougarhousegarage.com. Check us out at Facebook/Cougar House Garage. And we are Cougar House Garage on Instagram. Follow us, and we'll see you guys in the next video.